Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
The Florida Love Show theme song. With lots of love for you, Kenny. In the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings you love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive, like a duet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. In the Florida Love Show, Andy in red is your guide. He wears many hearts, though he has a very special side. Now in Brooklyn Cafe, there's a big love buffet with roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet, show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Send the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show.
Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. We have a very special show for you today. Thank you for tuning in. It's Florida Love Friday. So I love you all. So I always carry my rose to say, who can I give a rose to today? Because this is the sign of love. And I created Roses for Change to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. So we have a very big love march tomorrow in Coral Springs at noon, and I'm praying that God is love and God will keep the hurricane away, and we will be able to have our amazing Roses for Change Love March tomorrow. So for me, love is the absence of judgment. And here at Florida Love, we just love everybody. We love all human beings. And here we have a platform that everybody could say I love you to each other. And this is a very special show today because I have a deputy police officer from New Orleans, and I love her so much. Her name is Monique Love, and she posted a beautiful on Facebook about love and being the change, and it went viral. I mean, and it ended up coming to me. So I was very moved by it, and I'm so excited to have her on the show today. And so at Florida Love, we have different platforms that we can share love. We have Love Will Keep Us Together on Facebook with over 2,300 people, and all we do is say I love you to each other. And we also have the Florida Love Show. We also have Roses for Change. And we have many different places that we can go out in the world and just love each other. So for me, I just say I love you to everybody. And like I was in Whole Foods just now getting my beautiful roses, just saying I love you to everybody. And 99.9% of the people say I love you back. Because people really just want to love and be loved. That is the ultimate happiness. And so I always encourage everybody, all you lovers out there, who can you say I love you to? Who in your family, friends, anyone, who can you say I love you to? So I really want to thank you for coming and being on the show with me today and listening in. So I was on the news last week, and it's about Roses for Change. So Roses for Change, as I was sharing, we have a big love march tomorrow. So I'm going to play the video from the news so everybody can get an idea what Roses for Change is all about.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods, and I also went to Publix, and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, smelling sweet, CBS 4 News.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. Smelling sweet. So for me, when I say everything else going on, I'm talking about all the judgment and all the opinion and all the gossip that's out there that kills love. We can all love each other. We just say I love you to each other. We just love each other as human beings, one human being to the other. I mean, we all have skin, we all have hair, we all have hearts. We're the same. Human beings, we are all the same. So we can all love each other. And so I love you all. And for me, love is the absence of judgment. And love is freedom. To go out and just love people is freedom. It's spreading love. Love goes outward. That's how I met Deputy Monique on this show through love spreading outward. And it's the most beautiful thing in the whole world. And for me, anger or hate or resentment, that's like swallowing poison. And again, that kills love, that kills freedom. I don't want to swallow poison. I want to be free. I want to just love and be free. So that's what Florida Love and Love is all about. It's about transforming the world with love. So we can love each other. We can love all human beings. We can spread the love all over the world. And so I really want to share the Love March from last week, where we all went to Coral Springs and the Bed Bath & Beyond. So I just want to play that quickly so you get an idea of what a Love March is all about. So a rose to Scott Love, Mayor of Coral Springs, Trisha Love, Lisa Love, Vinnie Love, Michelle Love, all my love partners in Roses for Change. Diana Love, I love you all. Thank you. And that was a beautiful day. And tomorrow at noon, we're going to have another Love March. So I want to bring on my first guest, who I am so honored to have, Monique Love. Hi, Monique. I love you so much.
I can thank you. I love you too, honey. Thank you for having me.
So Monique is right now calling in from her police car in New Orleans. This is how love spreads. And Monique, please share with everybody like how we got connected, what happened, what happened with you.
So we got connected because you witnessed my testimony via social media. And my testimony was about me being prayed over at a gas station by a young man. Just a random act of kindness. He saw me in a uniform, and that's what he saw. He saw a young woman that reminded him of his sister that's also a police officer, and he related that to what's actually going on in the world right now with officers and with racism. And he felt the need to, approach me and cover me in prayer. He did, and I shared it, and unexpectedly it went bananas. It went crazy. It went viral. It was so much love shared that I started getting inspirational messages back, and I was in awe. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, okay, God, I see you, and I'll follow that path. If this is what you need, this is my purpose, then I'm gonna roll with continuing to share love to everyone. I've always have, but I've never put myself in a vulnerable position social media wise. And I was taken apart, and I just felt the need to share, and I shared it, and love has been sharing ever since.
Yeah, and Monique, the thing is that the night before you shared that, and I'm going to play that for everybody, you put up a post about being the change. So I just want to I just want to play that quick little post because I took a picture of it. I just want to play it for everybody quickly. So Monique, I actually want to read the post because I am so moved by who you are and being the change. So I want to read this post. So Monique, on June 5th, this was right after George Floyd's passing, his death. So what Monique wrote was, this is what America should look like, no matter the age or the race. Clearly, racism starts at home. It's instilled in human beings at an early age, so that they may think it's okay to be this way towards any person of a different skin color or ethnicity, because it's all they've ever known. I pray and challenge all of my friends and followers to copy and paste my caption, share a hug, a nice gesture, or compliments with someone of a different race or ethnicity from this day forward. Be the change that you want to see. So then what happened, Monique?
So I shared that post about 2:30 that morning, and about 7 or 8 o'clock that very same morning, I went to the gas station. I wasn't gonna go to the gas station actually. I was hesitant. I was like, I can make it to work on this low gas, but you know, you usually follow your first mind. With that particular morning, I then learned to follow my second mind. I said, I don't think I'm gonna make it, so I stopped. I normally don't stop at that particular gas station. I stopped there. I went to pump 4, and as I'm pumping, I'm thinking about how hot it is, and I have all this equipment on, and it's so early to be so hot. And a young man, a Caucasian guy, a taxi driver, he steps out of the gas station from purchasing breakfast, and he says, "Ma'am, could I ask you a question?" And I said, "Sure." And in my mind, I'm saying, "Oh my God, like I don't want to have the conversation about the police brutality, because not everyone gets it from both ends, versus, you know, like I am on both sides of the badge." But as he approached me, he said, "Could I pray for you?" So that took me all the way left because I didn't see that coming. I said, "Sure." You know, there's never enough of prayer. I allow myself to be vulnerable right at that moment. And he prayed for me, and through that prayer, he broke me down. For one, because I wasn't expecting it. And clearly, for number 2, God felt that I needed that prayer. And number 3, that was the same prayer that I put out 5 or 6 hours before that. So he prayed for me. He got the best of me. He got right to my heart immediately. And he went ahead. I gave him a hug, even like due to, you know, COVID and everything going on and social distancing. I had to give him a hug. I had to let him feel that spirit that he put upon me. And he went his way and I went mine. And I sat in my car for a minute and just let it settle before I headed to work. And, you know, while I headed to work, I was like, I have to share this with someone. Normally, it's never social media. It will be my mom or my brother. For whatever strange reason, I went straight to Facebook and I shared it and I left it there. And, you know, one of my followers, which is one of my high school friends, he asked, could I make it public so he can share it? And the sharing started from there.
Yeah. And Monique, the night before, with that post I just read, you had seen a little child running around,
Yes.
just loving all different races, colors, creeds, everything. So I want to
Yes.
play that video. So please play that video.
Free hugs for everybody. I know, hugs for everyone. Can I get a hug? I want a hug. Hi, beautiful. Thank you for the hug. It's good to see you. It's real. You can blow on
Kids get it. Kids, that's the way the world can be. Exactly. We can all love each other and hug each other, and just that's the world. That's the possible world. And I love you so much, Monique. And so you saw that video, and then you shared for the first time. And I want to play your share that you put out on social media so everybody sees what went viral. Please play that.
Okay.
Good morning. So I don't normally share moments, certain moments, because I just don't. But last night while working, I posted on my Facebook a video that I saw, and the video was of a child, appeared to be like a biracial baby, maybe 1 or 2 years old, that looked like at a park or a festival. And I don't know if the parents were getting up and leaving, but the child started hugging everybody of every race and ethnicity, every color. And I was like, this is what America is. This is what America should look like. And I have this little statement on one of my restrooms in my home that says, be the change that you want to see. So I shared the video and I put up a caption asking everyone to share and post. And the next person that you see, because racism is taught, just like love is taught. Love is taught and it is felt. But children learn love first when they're given love at such an early age. So with that being said, I shared the video and asked people, like friends that follow me or whatever, share the video, tag it, use that exact caption. The next person you see that isn't the same skin color of you or the same ethnicity of you, give them a hug or nice gesture or a compliment, and be the change that you want to see. So I run home this morning getting ready to come back and go to my regular shift, and I had low gas in the car. Literally, this just happened. Like today, June 6th. 8:51 I left out of my door. I had low gas in the car and I was like, I can make it to work on this. So then I was like, no, I ain't gonna make it. So I have a gas station right by my house. So I pulled into the gas station, minding my business. There was a JP unit pulled up. Peace out like you see any other officer, be safe. And I'm pumping my gas. And a guy that's a taxi driver, young guy, it looks like he can be a little bit younger than me. He says, ma'am, he was getting breakfast out of the gas station. He said, ma'am, could I ask you something? So, I'm pumping. I'm like, man, I'm going to be late. I'm always late, but anyway, inside joke. But the young man walked up to me and he said, and he's a young Caucasian guy or what have you, and he said, could I pray for you? And I was just complaining out loud. I was like, man, it's so hot out here. And X, Y, and Z is so hot. Man, it's early to be so hot. And I said, sure, of course. There's never enough prayer. So he said, my sister is a police officer in New Orleans. I didn't ask him a name or anything. He said, I just want to pray for you with times like this. I understand what's going on. I understand what's going on with the difference in the races and the racism, and I understand how people look at all officers, and it shouldn't be, but I just want to cover you. immediately I got chills. This young man prayed over me, and I got chills immediately. I gave him a hug, even due to the COVID-19. I gave him a hug because I realized how God was working. God spoke. He spoke to me last night, and I shared that video. And he spoke to me. He showed me how the power of tongue and prayer. And I was being the example that I want to see. And it came right back to me full. I didn't see it coming. I wasn't going to get gas. I was going to drive all the way to work with low mileage, low gas. But I stopped there. And if I didn't stop there, I would have missed my blessing. That was that same prayer that I put out 2-something this morning. It came right back to me 6 hours later. So be mindful what you pray on. And when your heart is pure, your blessings always turn right back around. Always turn right back around at you. Y'all just be encouraged. I never share testimonies, but I am human. And this one I had to share. Simple as it may seem to others, I just had to share this. So I'm headed to work now. Hope it's not a drama-filled day, but talk to y'all later. Bye.
I love you so much, Monique.
I love you too, Kenny. I'm not gonna cry right now.
So we're going to sing a song to you later. Sharon wanted to sing a song to you.
Wow. Okay.
So after that went viral, you were on Fox and Friends, right? They invited you on the show.
Yes.
And
yes, they invited me on the show. Of course, I was super nervous. I didn't realize how big it was until it was just that time. But I had an awesome interview that turned into a very conversation about the experience. And since then, I have met up and learned who the young man was that prayed for me. We've been in contact ever since.
yeah.
And he's an awesome personality. He actually lives not far from me. How small the world is, that I've never crossed him before. But that day, it was meant. It was meant for me to follow my second mind, not my first mind. I followed my second mind, and I received my blessing that was meant for me that moment. And I also learned he eventually prayed for a state trooper after leaving me. So God works in mysterious ways, and we have to be mindful of what we ask for and what we put into the environment and what we put into the atmosphere that we need from God, because he answers. And he answers right away, always on his time. You know?
Yeah. And also, after that happened, I saw that McDonald's video that you shared with me. I mean, we've been sharing for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I love Monique so much. And so I want to play that video, Monique, about the McDonald's.
Okay.
Good morning, guys. I know it's been a while, but I've been super busy and super tired. Wanted to share a small token of encouragement with you guys. Went to McDonald's this morning, headed to work. Ordered, at the stand, pulled up to the first window to pay. The young man was like, "Oh, your order is $7.56." So I'm so busy multitasking, I'm digging for the wallet. He was like, "Wait, you look familiar. Are you the girl from the video?" I'm like, "Perhaps." And he's like, "Oh, well, could I be the change that you were talking about?" And I was like, "Of course." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna treat you to breakfast." I said, "Well, I'm gonna treat the car behind me to breakfast." So I said, "Let's do that." So he paid for my breakfast and I paid for the car behind me breakfast. And it was just that easy. So I just wanted to let you guys know, that helps me, that encourages me to continue on passing that positive word, and you guys continue on passing that positive word.
Loving it forward.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. And we shared, Monique, it's not easy being a police officer now in these times after George Floyd's passing.
No, it isn't. It's challenging. Police work is challenging within its own. But after George Floyd's death, it became 10 times more challenging because now you have the good officers put in this position where we're, in a sense, suffering for the bad officers, or, we have to wean them out. We don't know who they are until situations like this happen. Unfortunately, it did happen. Unfortunately, a life was lost. It's definitely hurtful to me to see that happen from an officer standpoint, with others standing around knowing that they should know better, and we're not trained to do that. And also from an African American woman standpoint, it's even more hurtful because it could have easily been one of my brothers. So it's hard for us, but for me, I wake up every day with a positive attitude, with energy, ready to help someone, step in and save a life if I have to. Of course, the oath considers, that we have to give ours if we for anyone. So I don't mind that. We don't wake up with intentions to harm anyone. I don't think any officer wakes up with that on their mind. But from one call to the next, you don't know what you're gonna walk into. You don't know what your reaction is gonna be. It isn't easy. You have a split second to think about it and move forward on it, or it can be your life in danger or the people around the situation's life in danger. So it's challenging. But for me, I just want people to, just everyone in the world to just remember that officers, we are human. As you can see, I'm a crybaby, but I have tough skin as well. And if I'm put in that vulnerable position in a good way, I will drop a tear. But other than that, I do my best to help anyone. I do my best to do my job. And I just want to continue to share love. I'm happy to be put in this position, social media wise, to now be vulnerable to social media and share love. And I hope everyone continues to share love. Find something that you're good at. Find a way that you can share love easily. It can be affordable for you. It doesn't have to be drastic or dramatic, but just the smallest things count, because life is so simple. If we just find a way to get along, it's so much easier to just smile and laugh versus frowning and bringing negative energy.
Yeah, we can just love each other. We can just
That's
love
all.
each other. I love you, Monique. I love you.
I love you too, Kenny. I
So,
appreciate you so much.
So Monique, I want to bring Sharon on now to sing
Okay.
you the dedication, because I just want to love you. I mean, you are so special to me. So please bring Sharon on right now to be, hey Sharon.
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
Sharon. Hi.
I am so honored to be singing for you this song, You Are My Hero. The song is called The Wind Beneath My Wings from Bette Midler, from the movie Beaches. But I really wanted to acknowledge you first before I sing. And just really, I'm a cantor. I'm all about blessing and prayer and all that beautiful things. And that little boy that you showed in your video, it reminded me of my nephew. Today he's 12, but when he was about 2 or 3, we were in Delray on the boardwalk there by the beach, and there was this crazy homeless man, and he was shouting, and everybody was like moving away from him. Okay, they were running away, and this little boy walked towards him, and he looked him straight in the eyes, and he said, "You need a hug." And all of a sudden, all the craziness, all the ranting went away. The guy completely calmed down and then walked away with a smile. And it was like this little boy knew what none of the adults around them, everybody else had written this man off. But he gave him a love, like that impact. You never know but a small act of kindness can impact someone. And you are out there every day protecting us. And I am so sorry for everything that is going on right now. And like you said, giving people a bad name. There are so many wonderful law enforcers that keep us safe in this world. And you are absolutely one of them. So without further ado, you're welcome. The Wind Beneath My Wings, one of my favorite songs for you.
Okay.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. To hide the pain. Did you ever know you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings. Sorry, the music is making, I'll finish it without it. How's that? Okay? Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, and I could fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings. I'm going to sing the other song that I prepared for you because for some reason we had a little technical difficulty and the music went away. But I hope you got the gist of that song. And the other song that I prepared for you is called Through the Eyes of Love. Just like on Penny's show when we say, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. So this one is actually a song that I sang to my husband on our wedding day. It's called The Theme from Ice Castles, Through the Eyes of Love, and hopefully the music will cooperate.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, let's try one more time, otherwise I'm going to sing it in the film. Okay, it's not working. So I guess it's a cappella time. All right. Please don't let this feeling end. It's everything I am, everything I want to be. I can see what's mine now, finding out what's true. Since I found you, looking through the eyes. Oh, the
music decided to come on. Did you hear that? God, thank you. Please don't let this feeling end. It's everything I am, everything I want to be. I can see what's mine now, finding out what's true. Since I found you, looking through the eyes of love, now I can take the time, I can see my life as it comes up shining now, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. And now I do believe that even in the storm we'll find some light. Knowing Monique's beside me, I'm alright. Please don't let this feeling end. It might not come again, and I want to remember how it feels to touch you, how I feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. And now I do believe that even in the storm we'll find some light. Knowing Monique's beside me, I'm alright. Now I can take the time, I can see my life as it comes up shining now, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of Thank you, Monique.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you.
And I meant it. Knowing you are beside me, knowing you are out there taking care of this world and people like you, it's a blessing.
Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kenny, for having me.
I got shivers down my spine. I love you both so much. I love you so much, Monique. I love you so much, Sharon. Monique, you're our hero.
Wow.
You know, I wouldn't call it a hero, but if we're gonna use that word, we are all each other's heroes. We can all be each other's heroes if we just treat each other the way we want to be treated. We have to keep in mind that we are all human. We all need each other's energy. we have to be mindful of what we put out there because it affects one another. Adults, children. Children read our personalities and our spirits as well. Spirits are real. And we got to find a way to shake the bad ones off and keep pushing and encourage each other. So many people have encouraged me. They have no idea. They have no idea. But we need it. Don't ever think we don't need it. We need each other.
So let's all love each other. Again, I want to thank you, Monique, for the time
Thank you,
to let
Ken.
us love you on the show and to share with us. I love you so much, Monique. And Sharon, too.
Thank you. I love you so much, honey. Thank you, Sharon. Kenny, stay in touch.
We have another beautiful singer coming to sing, so stay tuned.
Oh,
So we're going to take a commercial break. I love you both so much, and we'll be back with Sheer. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show. Please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com or on our website, www.florida-love.com. And if you'd like to advertise on the show and spread love in the Florida community, please let me know. Now back to the show. Welcome all you lovers back to the Florida Love Show. I was so moved by being with Sharon and Monique just now. We can all love each other as human beings. We can all hug each other. So I love you all. I'm going to bring on my next guest, Sheer Love, who I love so much. And she's in the beautiful red. Hello, Sheer Love.
Hello.
Welcome to the Florida Love Show. So
Thank you for having me.
So Sheer has an amazing, it's a dramatic soprano voice. So Sheer, please let everybody know how you fell in love with opera and music and.
Okay, so I was born in 1989 to a loving family in Israel. I grew up on military bases while my father was a BG in the Israeli Air Force. And growing up on military bases gave me a unique insight into the importance of offering wholehearted contributions to bettering and nurturing society. It imbued in me the values of unity, loyalty, commitment, and guess what? Unconditional love. My grandparents are Holocaust survivors, and the stories I grew up listening to were full of depth and meaning. My grandfather was 7 years old by the time he got to Israel, and I believe his memory erased his past so he can move forward with his life and forget about all of his lost dreams and lost loved ones. All we ever knew was that he lost his entire family and that he has no one else other than us. Despite his conviction, my father and my uncle were looking for a clue for 60 years, and anything that would help them find traces of any family member who might still be alive. I was 6 years old when I already found myself attached to music in a way I still to this day can't really explain with words. Same with love. you feel it, but you can't really explain it. Having begun to play the piano, I was certain that my name, Shir, which means song in Hebrew, was not a coincidence, but that it was my calling to sing and to live for music. But my family intended on having a typical extroverted Jewish Israeli girl with a more traditional profession, like a doctor, a lawyer, and wished for me to focus on a subject that had a higher salary potential with more stability, let's say. But my love for singing and hope of becoming a professional musician drove me to start taking voice lessons behind their back. And unknown to my parents, I saved my lunch money and sold friendship bracelets during races to pay my school music teacher for half an hour lesson every Monday. And while most people despise Mondays, I revered them. My parents found out eventually, and they became impressed by my, I guess, entrepreneurial spirit. So they started having the recognition and the understanding that they cannot stop me and that they cannot affect my decision. Seeing the uncommon fire in me for music, they started finding more ways, along with my teacher, to further develop and encourage my talent. I think at the age of 13, it was when I made that deal with myself and commitment to become a professional musician. And from that point on, nothing could stop me. I was 15 years old when I got accepted to the Juilliard Pre-College in New York. And that was a very big step and something that I remember as if it were yesterday, although 15 years have passed since then. I was just an ordinary girl from an Israeli base who had now found herself walking down the streets of the Big Apple, having people speaking in a different language, smelling the food of different cultures. But I was already fully aware of the power of music and singing to change the world, that I was willing to make that sacrifice of leaving my hometown, let alone my country, and to move to New York on my own, paving my path to fulfill my destiny. In one of my shows at the pre-college, I remember someone coming to me and asking me if anyone in my family is a musician. And I said that although my family does not come from a music background, I didn't choose music. I felt like music chose me, and that my name, Shir, song, must mean something. What I didn't know is the extent of what I just told them. Because the summer of 2009, I came to Israel, and I was surrounded by my parents, siblings, friends, grandparents, and I was really excited to sing and to show them the progress that I had made that year at the Juilliard Pre-College. So I chose to sing a song in Yiddish, just like on Friday evening dinner. And as I looked to my left, I saw tears streaming down my grandpa's eyes and face. It was the first time in my life that I had seen him cry. My uncle gestured me with his hand to continue with my shir, with my song. And at which point my grandfather rose from his chair and joined me singing with a huge tenor voice that no one knew existed. And he started crying and said, I remember now, I was 7 years old and my father was a cantor at a synagogue in Poland. Everyone loved and respected him. That is why he survived the Holocaust and my family, and it was music that made me survive it. And then started recalling names and faces, and it was all coming back to him, to the point that my father and my uncle started researching again, and they found out that he did have a cousin in New York throughout all those years, who thought that my grandfather was killed, and he thought that he was killed, and it was a reconnection after 65 years. So I now had a proof that music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. And that's when I decided this is going to be my journey in this life.
Yeah. So Shir, meaning song, and your grandfather all of a sudden had a miracle from God. That it's magic. Music is magic, a miracle. I'm so moved by that, being Jewish, especially in the Holocaust. Shir, I want to share your video because I want people to know how extraordinary you are, and I want to show them some of the many, many beautiful things that you have done. So please share Shir's video. Wow. Do you know, Shir, I never knew they kissed in opera. I never ever saw that. I always wondered all the love operas that they were going to kiss and they never did.
Well, they kiss, they die, they and then they do it again.
So that's your love, Shir.
That's my love, one of my loves.
One of your many loves, but music is your calling and your purpose. I have had so many people on the show who were supposed to go into the corporate world to make a lot of money, and they ended up following their passion, whether the arts or song or music. It speaks from the heart, the love. This is your love.
There is no money in the world that can buy this love. 100%.
It's priceless.
It is priceless. After I graduated with my master's degree from the Curtis Institute of Music, which I was very fortunate and honored to study at, I founded and established the American College Agency for Young Artists. It's an agency that provides personal one-on-ones throughout the entire admission process in the top music colleges and institutions for the performing arts in the United States. The journey with the young artists in the agency includes personal and professional support all the way, because I know what it's like to be a young artist from a different country who is going to a new country. I know the challenges that involved in this journey, and I want to make it an easier process for the young artists. So through ACAYA, American College Agency for Young Artists, we're helping a future generation of the brightest and most talented music students to turning their dreams into a reality. And I work in collaboration with a team from Curtis and Julia to bring this exceptional project to fruition. I am really excited about this project. It is both for international and American national young artists. It's designed for both high school students and students who are getting into high school these days, who are willing to and a desire to study in pre-college programs. And we go hand in hand with them. We take them to the auditions, we pick them up from the airport, we take care of all the bureaucratic and the audition and paperwork process. And it is really something that I think is very, very important, especially in these times of global uncertainty. And many prospective international students might not follow up on the chance to study in the US due to the fear of international travel, but that can be elevated by assistance offered by ACAYA.
Great.
And today I actually have Dror Beitel with me here, who is a professional pianist from Israel. And he is also studying his doctorate at the Juilliard School. He is an exceptional pianist. He played on Broadway, on such as shows like Hamilton, and he is now in Florida, and we're very lucky to have him here, and also on part of the team for the agency. And he will be accompanying me today.
Beautiful. So what are you going to sing for us today?
I would love to sing Summertime for you.
And also, I'd like to say, hi there, that we're excited to perform here live together, and we're indeed very fortunate and lucky to be able to collaborate as two humans in the same space together. So this is completely, our luck that we're in the same city and we're safe, and we can make music together.
Beautiful.
we lost connection. I think I can't hear you, but I can feel you.
On the Florida Love Show today. I love you so much. So, again, Shir, love you so much. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for watching the Florida Love Show today. Let's all go out and let's love each other. Let's just love each other. So who could you give a rose to today? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.